Hey, welcome to the Micheaux Mission. 2 men, 1 podcast, every black film ever made. My name is Len, aka Len, and as always, I'm joined by my partner.
Hey, this is Vincent Williams.
We are in the month of June, which means that it is Black Music Month.
Yes.
Oh, 30 days.
Yes, it is.
And we are going to have a good time here on the mission as we bring you 4 movies that feature black music throughout. Starting with tonight's selection from Vincent from 1993, we have Chris Rock, Allen Payne, and Khandi Alexander.
Khandi Alexander in quite the physical performance.
CB4.
CB4.
Tonight here on The Mission as we are streaming to YouTube as well as showing up in your podcast catcher of choice. Hello, missionaries.
Good evening, one and all.
Vincent, how are you doing, man?
I am fine. I am good.
Yeah?
Good to be here.
That's very good.
Good to be here. Looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to this too. CB4 has been teased for like the whole 10 years of our show.
I know. It's good.
I can't believe that we hadn't done it.
Yeah.
Here it is, finally.
Well, there's so many of these movies.
There are.
And they keep making them.
I wish they would allow us to catch up a little bit.
Right.
But no, they keep doing it. But that's fine. So I am definitely looking forward to this review. I'm also looking forward, if you are joining us on Patreon, missionaries, where we give you 3 bonus podcasts every month. I just posted Len's Secret Movie Podcast with Ariel Johnson.
Yes.
Where we reviewed just in time for May I Have Another Bad Black Movie. We reviewed this on Sunday, May 31st.
Rapping slid right in under the wire.
Yes, from
with
1985.
Rappin' Hood in his Merry Men.
Yes. And we reviewed it with a mission.
Okay.
Laid down last week here on the show to determine whether or not Rappin' is indeed the worst film that has been reviewed here on the Micheaux Mission.
Yes.
And Ariel had never seen it.
Okay.
And you contended that the film that we reviewed last week.
Right. That's Your Caddy is worse than Rappin'.
Who's Your Caddy? Right. And I don't want to spoil things for people on Patreon who haven't checked out the review, which I actually had to re-edit because there was an error on there, but I just posted it so people can check it out. But I will share with you, Vincent, this quote from Ariel.
Okay.
If Vincent thinks that Who's Your Caddy is worse than Rappin',
and I do,
then I have to see Who's Your Caddy.
Oh my goodness. Well, have fun with that. To be clear, Rappin' is terrible. But I stand by that. Who's Your Caddy is worse.
Okay. All right. She is going to review it.
Okay.
She's going to watch the film this week and she's going to
just
report back.
Glutton for punishment.
Well, no, honestly, after watching Rappin', she said she pretty much was of the mindset of, I don't know what could be worse.
Well, she is going to look into the abyss of Faison Love's bare ass. And the abyss will speak back in the form of farting.
Who had a better back and bare ass? Faison Love in Who's Your Caddy or Ving Rhames in
Baby Boy?
Baby Boy.
Better, like, how are we defining better? Like, I have to look at it, or is it used appropriately in the scene? Well, I need some metrics.
Well, I think they're both well, no.
No, they're not.
Baby
Boy is actually used in a way that it's supposed to be used. It's supposed to be graphic. It's supposed to be unsettling. It's supposed
to... so is Faison Love.
No, they were just making a fart joke. And isn't it funny that Faison Love is a big guy and he's naked?
But no, he was and he was naked in a public restroom.
Right, and everybody was
country
two
club,
other
and
naked guys.
other guys.
And isn't that hilarious? These naked butts.
I mean, but that's...
You know what? Let's turn it up. Let's have Faison fart for 45 seconds. Whereas in Baby Boy Ving Rhames, you have this weird psychosexual rivalry between Jody and Ving Rhames' character. And this is him in the kitchen, naked, showing his dominance. I mean, Baby Boy isn't great, but you know,
you certainly have seemed to elevate it.
Look, I don't think Baby Boy is great, but I do think how did I just forget? I think John Singleton is a director.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think John Singleton had a plan, you know, and a thought, and you know, had laid out like, this is why we're doing certain things, and Ving Rhames' character had motivations, and like all of it is there. It's just sort of over the top. Whereas Who's Your Caddy is just,
there was motivation.
Faison Love is just naked and farting.
No, he was motivated.
Right. By what? Can we move on? I don't want to talk about who's. May is over. Now, I know the countdown has become, it's like Idris Elba in Pacific Rim. Reset the clock. And now the countdown has started again.
All right. Well, I had to create one more viral clip, and you helped me. So thank you.
I'm glad I could be there for me. Me and Faison Love and Ving Rhames' ass.
Thank you. Hey, I was thinking about this. The Roots picnic was this weekend.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
it was.
You didn't go to the Roots picnic.
I did not go. My daughter went.
Oh, did she have a good time?
She had a ball.
Did she went to both days?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, she had a ball.
Did she say what was like her favorite part, like a highlight for her?
What do I... Probably Corinne Bailey Rae.
Really? She's a big fan?
Yeah, big fan of Corinne Bailey Rae.
I heard she was very good.
Yeah. I heard everybody was good.
I
haven't heard a bad review of any performance.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I heard it like Jay-Z was good.
And she was there for that, and she's, you know, she's young.
Mm-hmm.
So she like kind of knows who Jay-Z is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But she
grew up
after,
with Jay-Z.
Right, but after it, she's like, I'm now a fan.
Was that her first time seeing him? Like,
I mean, of course. When else would she have seen him? She's 20. She's a child.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right, she's a child.
I'm thinking like, but as a teenager, she would have heard Jay-Z.
When's the last time Jay-Z was performing somewhere?
But I mean, on the radio.
No. I thought you said see him perform.
No, I understand it may have been her first time seeing him perform, but she could have still been a fan of his.
I mean, you know, she's a fan of the Temptations or...
I feel like
Mahalia Jackson. Like, it's old people music. It's like Howlin' Wolf, the Jackson 5, Nas.
Wow.
Old people music.
Wow, Jay-Z and Nas are old people music. Yeah. That's a shame, but it's true.
Right.
It is very true. Ugh.
Like, both of them Negroes have had 25-year anniversary concerts like 10 years ago.
Ooh, wow. Oh, that hurt, man. That hurt. But you're right. You're absolutely right. There are old people music. Oh, God.
Listen to some folk songs. I'm going to listen to Chubby Checker, and I'm going to listen to De La Soul. I'm taking a history of black music class.
We're going way back with ODB.
Right.
And he's old.
What year did Enter the 36 Chambers, the Dirty Style come out?
That's probably at least 30 years
old,
man.
Right.
Come on.
Like, if you're 20 years old.
Okay, well, I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's 1993.
Right.
Jeez.
Right.
Yeez.
This is music that came out in the 1900s.
Yeez. Wow. Okay. Well,
I'm going to listen to some Duke Ellington. I'm going to listen to the Four Tops. And I'm going to listen to Gangstar.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Old people music.
Music my dad liked.
My dad and maybe my granddad, depending on how things are. You know. You got grandkids, dog.
I know.
Granddaddy, play me some of that old music. Put on Onyx.
See, but you're going back into the 90s.
Right.
Yes. We can stay here. Put on that old Chris Brown.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I heard someone say something about, Usher, the iconic. I was like, iconic. Usher's like, Usher's been doing this
for 20
for like 25, I guess.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Wow. That's,
Were you going somewhere with this besides making us look into the existential horror that is our impeding death?
I was.
I've got Faison Loves Ass. In the fact that I've seen more summers than I'm going to see. That's what we're doing tonight, Lynn?
No. I was going someplace with this, but never mind.
Right.
Never mind. It's dark down there.
Yes. Right. Right. You talking about Faison Loves Ass or my impending mortality?
Mm-hmm. All right.
I told a student that they had like a Tribe Called Quest t-shirt. And I said I had seen a Tribe Called Quest live with the Fugees. And they looked at me like I was at the Civil Rights Movement.
Dude.
They looked at me like I was a freedom rider.
Dude, let me tell you. I was talking to a young lady, let me give her her propers, just the other day. And she was bringing up that she had watched the documentary about 9/11. She had watched the documentary about 9/11 and Katrina, both. And she was of the mindset, y'all, you really think that really happened? I said, what?
She was talking about like it was the moon landing.
Dude, she was dead ass. She was dead ass. I said, not only did it really happen, I watched.
I remember it happening.
I was watched the towers fall. Live. And she was like, really? And like I just like it told her the story of where I was that day.
I watched the towers fall with my wife.
Oh yeah.
I was married.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying. It's not. I wasn't like a kid. I wasn't like
right. Adult.
Like I was married.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like yes.
So, can we please move on?
I'm going to.
Yes.
It's funny how these go down.
There's nothing funny about this. This is just sad.
Okay. Well. No more sadness in our life.
Please.
Let us move on.
Please.
Let's see what the missionaries have to say.
Yes, hopefully.
Or your emails that we like to call
missives from the missionaries. So what else is going on, Lynn?
We have emails, Vincent.
Ooh, missives from the missionaries. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, missives from the missionaries.
We have an email from Michael Lockett.
Hey, what's going on, Michael?
It is the end of another 31-day error, as we close out May. Again, I love Mother May I. Sorry, Vince. Last week's film, Who's Your Caddy, is undoubtedly in the bottom 5 of all-time trash black movies. Sweet Jesus. I really wanted to feel differently about this because I like Big Boy, but I think the heart of the problem with this film is that it didn't know what it wanted to be. You can't be the Three Stooges, Caddyshack, and Mudbound. Oh, well, it's what we asked for, right, Vince?
It is what you asked for.
The Wayback Machine dropped me off at the spot as you two critiqued Da Five Bloods. In the macro, this is a great film. Great cast, premise, and directing. Once you step into the actual machinery of the film, it's easy to see that many times more is just more. A shorter, tighter film would have made this one of Spike's better movies. It seemed like T forgot a key filmmaking rule: get in and out early. Every little detail, conversation, and entering and exiting does not need to be shown. There could have been 2 different great films out of this production. He's right on every point about that, about The Five Bloods.
It's so funny, we were talking about iconic directors before we started taping it.
Yeah. Yeah, and do you think that he's lost his fastball? Spike Lee?
You know, I don't even want to say that. It's the same critique I have for the vast majority of these iconic directors. I don't think
Scorsese, Spielberg.
Yeah, I don't think they've lost their fastball. I just think you know, filmmaking, as much as we talk about auteurs, is collaborative by its nature, and it is that push and pull that creates the magic.
Right.
And I think these directors get so big and so iconic that the power is so uneven that no one
challenges
them, no one checks them, no one edits them, and then you just get this great excess. I think with a proper editor, everyone that you just named can make amazing films right now. It's just who's going to tell Spike Lee no today? Like, who's going to edit him today?
Well,
like, off the top of my head, I don't know who edited like Do the Right Thing, but again, like we talk about, that team that was in place is not in place anymore. Right. And by definition, you've come to work for this icon. So,
Michael Lockett has a question. What I meant by my princess and the frog kicking a narrative door open question was, do you think that there are certain films that, because they featured and excelled with black lead stories or direction, opened that particular genre's door? For instance, The Defiant Ones, which starred, that's the Tony Curtis and Sidney Poitier movie, paving the way for 48 Hours, or Rush Hour, or Night of the Living Dead, or Ganja and Hess, perhaps making Get Out or Us possible. All the best, Michael. Well, I would say that in the 2 examples that he cites, I don't think that it necessarily is a 1 and 2 because of how many years apart all of those are. Like The Defiant Ones is back in the early 60s, I think. Yeah. And 48 Hours and Rush Hour, 48 Hours is in the 80s. Right. You know, it's a long way. Night of the Living Dead, Ganja and Hess, that's late 60s, early 70s. Get Out is 2000.
Sure. Yeah, I think, if anything, The Defiant Ones, and maybe even before the Defiant Ones, but certainly The Defiant Ones showed that people wanted to be in the Sidney Poitier business. And maybe that opened the door for the Sidney Poitier films.
Yes. And I definitely, the Sidney Poitier business, like you said, even though he was kind of like making a name for himself slowly and surely. But maybe there's a through line through The Defiant Ones to I just drew a blank on the movie, Mr. Tibbs. In the Heat of the Night. In the Heat of the Night. Yeah. There maybe is a through line there. Yeah. You know, with the black lead, white lead, that tension really being explored on screen. Right. And Sidney Poitier proving that, okay, he definitely has the chops and the lens through which you may want to see that. So I could see the through line through there.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think that gets you all the way to 48 hours. I think
No.
48 hours. I think 48 hours is honestly maybe the through line for 48 hours is actually through the blaxploitation movies and those action films. And as Hollywood is trying to, okay, well, how can we blend our action films that we've got going with the edginess of, you know, these Black Caesars and Jim Brown movies, and that getting you to the melting pot of Nick Nolte, who is maybe a distillation of your Clint Eastwood, your Charles Bronsons of the time, and then Eddie Murphy being the cooler Richard Pryor, but still having the swag of all of you know, Fred Williamson and Jim Brown. I could see that through line.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. 100%. I 100% agree with you. I think 48 hours, you know, I think there are like maybe however many nails you have in a coffin, 8 nails, 9 nails, but 48 hours was 100% one of the last nails for everything, you know, everything that you just said. We've talked about that sort of the way Eddie Murphy kind of gave this kind of sophisticated version of that chaotic grindhouse energy.
Yeah.
So,
so I can see that with this thought experiment there. But thank you for, as always.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
For the thoughtful email, Michael, we appreciate you as well. And we appreciate you, missionaries. If you're going to be in the area here on Thursday, June 4th, I invite you to join Vincent, myself, and our good friend Stephanie Watts for the Be Real Micheaux screening series at Bryn Mawr Film Institute, as we will be joining with the Be Real Black Cinema Club to present a screening of the Questlove John Summer of Soul.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Really looking forward to that.
I know. On a big screen.
On a big screen, yeah.
Thursday, June 4th, Bryn Mawr Film Institute. Tickets are on sale at brynmawrfilm.org. Be there. All right. Let's get into it.
All right.
The Game of Kings.
The Game of Kings.
6 Degrees of D'Urville Martin. Vincent?
Yes.
I have 6 Degrees of D'Urville Martin here for you.
Okay.
Where I give you 2 actors and you have 6 films or less to connect them to D'Urville Martin.
D'Urville Martin.
A man who stands out in any genre, in any season.
He's he's music personified.
He is. He is. Keeping it in theme, we are going to be reviewing CB4 tonight.
Yes, we are.
A film that features Chris Rock and Allen Payne and others portraying rappers. Faux rappers, if you will.
Faux rappers.
So I have for you 2 actors.
Okay.
Who also portrayed faux rappers in other movies.
Actors who portrayed faux rappers.
Yes.
Interesting.
Fictional rappers.
Interesting.
So, beginning with number 1, he was the star of the 2009 movie Just Another Day, where he starred as A. Maves, an established fictional rapper trying to defend his crown against an aggressive up-and-coming MC. And 6 film or less connect D'Urville Martin to Wood Harris.
The great Wood Harris.
Yes.
Well, how do we want to get to Wood Harris in film?
Now, you can't use Just Another Day.
No. Well, I'll use this because I'm low-key excited about this spinoff that is coming on Amazon. So this is what we'll do with Wood Harris. Ooh! We can go a really backwards, interesting way, too.
Okay.
because D'Urville Martin is in The Final Come Down with Billy D. Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Billy D. Williams is in The Visit.
Oh, yes, he is.
With Felicia Rashad.
Mm-hmm.
Felicia Rashad is in Creed.
Yes.
With Wood Harris, who portrays...
oh, that's right.
Who portrays a trainer that there's now going to be a spinoff.
Really?
Yeah, it's either going to be on Amazon or Netflix, and Wood Harris is going to reprise his role. Andre Rojo's going to be in it. Andre Holland.
Oh, nice.
Andre Holland's going to be in it. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan is producing it, obviously.
So it's going to be a series.
It's a series, and it's the spinoff from the Creed universe.
I ain't mad at him. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
yeah.
good. That's good. Wood Harris.
Come on, man. Come on.
You know, we have talked about the lament of different actresses who didn't get times to shine, didn't get moments that they deserve to be like top of the food chain, you know, above the first in line, first on the call sheet. Wood Harris, while he has had a couple of those opportunities, he is certainly deserving of many, many more.
Look, one of the great pleasures of Forever being a hit was a lot of people finding Wood Harris outside of The Wire.
Yes.
Yeah, Wood Harris is the absolute categorical best. I love him so much.
I don't know, and maybe I might be forgetting. Does he have a great or even good comedic role?
I don't have any memory of him in a comedy.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lost opportunity. Because I'm looking at his filmography, Above the Rim, of course.
Of course.
The Siege, Remember the Titans. I'm just flipping through here. Next Day Air, I didn't see, but I know that was a comedy. Hey, he was in your movie. Blade Runner 2049?
He sure was.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, I'll be curious to see him like do comedy. I'm just interested, you know. But yeah, he's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely
phenomenal actor. All right, well done, Vincent.
Okay.
Next up, this actor in a film in 2008 actually played a rapper named Osiris.
Okay. I vaguely remember this, I think.
And 6 films or less connect D'Urville Martin to
Two.
Robert Downey Jr. Do you know what movie Osiris is from? You can't use it. He played Osiris, who was a black Vietnam War soldier.
Oh, right. In Tropic Thunder. The great Tropic Thunder. Yeah. So Robert Downey Jr. Now the question.
And you can't use Marvel.
I was about to say, let's see if I'm not going to use Marvel. Okay. Here you go. Another interesting way. Ooh, how interesting can I get? How interesting can I get?
Depends on where you want to go. He's all over the place.
Oh, okay. I might run out being cute.
You can never be too cute.
Well, thank you. Hopefully I don't. We're getting Robert Downey Jr.? Okay, I'm going to start this. I haven't counted it in my head, so I might run out. So I'll have to go back. So D'Urville Martin, also Final Come Down again with Billy D. Williams. Billy D. Williams is in The Ladies' Man with Will Ferrell.
Mm-hmm.
Will Ferrell is in Anchorman 2 with Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Carrey. Oh, I think I'm going to run out. Because Jim Carrey. Yeah, I'm going to run out. Because Jim Carrey is in, what's the name of the vampire movie that he's in?
Got Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey. It's like Love at First Bite. It's one of his very early roles.
I don't know.
It's like Love at First Bite.
Because I thought one of his very first roles was the Earthman Loves Mars Loves Women or something.
Yeah,
like
but it's you see it.
I'm pulling up his filmography.
It's very early. It's got to be within his first 3 roles.
Getting to his. I mean, he's done so much movies. I got to get to it. Here we go. That's not it.
What are the titles?
Once Bitten.
Once Bitten, right? Because he's in Once Bitten with Cleavon Little.
Wow, that is a deep ass cut, Vincent.
I know. That's why I was trying to use it, but it's not enough. Because in Cleavon Little is of course in Blazing Saddles with Gene Wilder. And then Gene Wilder is in Woman in Red with Kelly LeBrock. I know I'm way...
You are.
And then Kelly LeBrock is in
Louise,
Weird Science with Robert Downey Jr. But I was too cute, so let me just go ahead and do this real quick. D'Urville Martin is in is in Sheba Baby with Pam Grier. Pam Grier is in Jackie Brown with Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson is in Repo Man with Emilio Estevez.
Mm-hmm.
Emilio Estevez is in The Breakfast Club with Anthony Michael Hall. And then Anthony Michael Hall is in Weird Science with Robert Downey Jr.
Very good. Very good. I thought that you were going to try and connect him to Soap Dish.
I have no memory of Soap Dish.
Yeah, but you know that Whoopi's in it.
I mean, there's a million people in Soap Dish.
Okay,
yeah.
but
I mean, right? I could have been Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, but then who else are you connected to? Jared Harris, or
what's his name? Who plays
Jude Law?
Yeah, Jude Law.
Yeah, probably Jude Law.
Yeah, probably Jude Law. Oh, I should have used that because then I could have used Jude Law, and we were just talking about AI.
Yeah, there you go.
So now there's just for me and you, because D'Urville Martin, once again, same path. So Pam Grier, Samuel Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel Jackson is in Die Hard with a Vengeance with Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is in he's Ghost. M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense with the little white boy. The little white boy is in AI with Jude Law. I might be out though.
What's that white boy's name?
This little white boy.
I know.
He's dead people.
I know. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
It doesn't matter because I think I ran out.
Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, I think I ran out.
I forgot your count. Yeah, you may have run out.
Yeah.
Well done. You got there.
There you go.
You got.
Yeah.
That's what counts.
Yeah.
That's what counts. All right. Let's move on.
Let's
Let's get into our review of CB4.
CB4.
Yes. CB4. a 1993 American satirical mockumentary black comedy film directed by Tamra Davis and starring Chris Rock. The film follows a fictional rap group named CB4, named after the prison block in which the group was allegedly formed. The movie primarily parodies gangster rap and the rap group NWA with a smidge of This Is Spinal Tap. It stars, alongside Chris Rock, Allen Payne, Deezer D, who make up the other members of CB4. And also filling out the cast, we have Chris Elliott, Phil Hartman, Charlie Murphy.
Introducing Charlie Murphy.
Art Evans, Teresa Randall, Willard Pugh, Ty Ganderson Jones, Rachel True, Richard Gant, Isaac Hayes. Stoney Jackson shows up.
Stoney Jackson is MC Tasty.
And in the unforgettable role of Sissy, we have Khandi Alexander.
Yeah.
In CB4, Vincent's selection as we kick off Black Music Month here on the Micheaux Mission in 2026. Vincent, what say you of CB4?
Well, as you mentioned, we have talked about CB4 almost since the inception of this podcast.
Yes.
And it is a film that oftentimes comes up in connection to the other great hip-hop mockumentary, Fear of a Black Hat. And when you research both of them, it actually makes sense. When you look it up, Fear of a Black Hat comes out in January of 1993. And this came out in March. So they were actually in the theater at the same time, so you understand why people put them together.
Right.
And if you look at this episode as a companion piece to our review of Fear of a Black Hat, both of us said that Fear of a Black Hat is a superior satire to this film. And having watched this film again, and it's fresh in my mind, I stand by that. I think, as you said, the parody, the satire, as you said, CB4 is a very thinly veiled parody of NWA. So much so that their song Straight Outta Low Cash is just straight out of Compton.
Exactly.
Down to the music, they change maybe 10 words because they're from Low Cash. And there's no real commentary on NWA. There's no real real critique of NWA. And as you said, that is really the extent of the parody. Stoney Jackson plays a version of MC Hammer, Wacky D. There's a moment where the duo breaks up, and Dead Mike, played by Allen Payne, becomes an Afrocentric MC.
Blackity back.
Where his song is I'm black, I'm black, I'm blackity, blackity, black. And that's the whole thing. But again, it's not that insightful with the parody. It's not that deep with the satire. And frankly, there are really only 4 parody songs. There's an MC Hammer parody. CB4 has 2 songs. Sweat on My Balls and Straight Outta Low Cash. And then you have the Blackity Black. So even as a far-reaching satire of hip-hop, it is barely surface level. And as satire, as parody, it's nothing. It's nothing. Like the great satire really is Fear of a Black Hat. And as we talked about when we talked about Fear of a Black Hat, that is a film that is really descended from This Is Spinal Tap. Which, much like Fear of a Black Hat, talks about heavy metal in a way that the creators were interested in making a critique, commenting on it, so on and so forth. But I have to say, watching it this afternoon, what I realized is that although we call this satire, in parody. And again, because it came out within 2 months of Fear of a Black Hat, we put that in the same category with it. I don't know if that's the most useful way to watch this film.
Right.
In a lot of ways, the film gives you the cheat code early on. There's a moment when the three friends are in a car and they play a Run DMC tape, and they do a version of the iconic, even at this point already iconic, Bohemian Rhapsody scene from Wayne's World. And I found that this film really works more like Wayne's World than This Is Spinal Tap. You have the skeleton of a plot. You have the skeleton of a concept. But much like Wayne's World wasn't really that interested in critiquing DJs and music fans who live in the basement, and they just use it as a launching pad to do some other stuff, I felt like CB4 really wasn't that interested in this real insightful critique of hip-hop, so much as they're making almost a post-Saturday Night Live type comedy.
Yes.
And looking at it that way, I found there was a lot about this film that I liked. You know, I liked.
Your voice went high there.
Well, you know, it was like, this is not one of my favorite films. It wasn't one of my favorite films when it was over, but there was a lot more about it that I liked than, frankly, I remembered, because, again, I was always looking at it through the prism of Fear of a Black Hat.
Right.
There are a lot of performances in this film that I kind of liked. Art Evans plays Chris Rock's character's father. Yes. He's in here for maybe 3 scenes, and he plays his father as someone who doesn't understand why these young men are pretending to be from the ghetto and pretending to live this hard scrabble life. He has a surprisingly effective monologue where he talks about
at the end,
he's actually from this. And he brings a level, look, it's always great to see Art Evans.
Yes, it is.
And he brought a level of gravity to it that you didn't need, but...
And didn't earn.
Didn't earn, but okay. Phil Hartman is here.
Yeah.
And Phil Hartman is not even in first gear.
Not even.
But my God, how nice is it to see Phil Hartman?
Nice, and also a little sad.
But how you realize just how often Phil Hartman was around at this point, where he could just play this congressman or this politician who's trying to bounce off of the gangster rap.
Yeah.
Publicity and all. Rachel True and Teresa Randall play kind of sort of love interests just because you have to have them there.
Okay.
They serve no purpose whatsoever.
None.
But they're there.
Right.
And much like Phil Hartman, it was kind of nice to see them, especially once we get to Khandi Alexander. Like, I think it's one thing to have a disposable black female character, and that's all that they're there for. But we'll get to Khandi Alexander, who I think is legitimately giving a good performance, so that they had the space to kind of be there. Much like Chris Elliott.
Yeah, oh my God.
Always like to see Chris Elliott.
Yes, I do.
And much like Phil Hartman, not doing a lot, but Chris Elliott, it's nice to see him. William Pugh, who plays Trustus.
Yeah.
The music mogul.
Yeah.
One of these great 80s working actors that pops up.
He just shows up.
And he attacks this role with zest and, pardon the pun, gusto.
Yes.
And he's a lot of fun. So that, again, just everyone that I've mentioned piled upon each other, you see them, and it's like, oh, okay, great. Get to the main characters. Khandi Alexander is legitimately good in this.
Yes. Yes.
And you realize Khandi Alexander has never really gotten the opportunity to be funny.
No.
As the groupie, quote unquote, who is textually smarter than everyone in the film, she is sexy, she is funny, she is both sexy and funny in a physical performance,
yes,
and a verbal performance. She holds your attention.
Well, yes.
She damn near steals the movie.
Yes.
She's the most interesting thing in the movie.
Absolutely.
And I legitimately forgot how much I love her in this movie.
You almost get the sense that the director, Tamara Davis, cast her, shot a scene with her, and then just worked ways to just get her into the movie. Because she seemingly sometimes just walks into a scene she has no business being in.
When the film is over, I kind of wanted a spinoff with her having adventures in hip-hop world. Much like her, Allen Payne, I think you forget, is funny. Allen Payne started in comedy, but I think what happens is because he looks like Allen Payne.
Yeah, he gets
kind of typecast, and unfortunately, he picked the wrong decade to be the lighter skinned pretty boy. It's funny. Speaking of hip hop and speaking of performances, we went and saw Big Daddy Kane at the City Winery a couple of nights ago. An amazing show, by the way. Just sidebar. If Big Daddy Kane comes near you at the city winery in your city, he got a tight hour.
I have seen Big Daddy Kane 2 times with a band. He is a beast.
I was about to say, he has a band that is on a scale of 1 to a James Brown band in tightness.
Yes, boy.
Is a hard 8.
Yes, boy.
Like, that is a tight band.
Yes, boy. And he is a master frontman.
He is a frontman and a showman. The reason I bring it up, at one point there was a woman who was responding to Big Daddy Kane as Big Daddy Kane, and Big Daddy Kane was joking with her and saying, "Okay, you need to, ease up because your husband's here." And then he said, "Plus your husband is a light-skinned dude, and he been mad at me since '88." And unfortunately, Allen Payne had a career after Big Daddy Kane, after Michael Jordan, after Wesley Snipes, so that he was no longer really in fashion. But his dead Mike, I liked him. He's funny. He kind of holds things together, so on and so forth. Liked him. This came out in 1993. We're talking about the years go by. So we are now at a point where we are legitimately 30 years into Chris Rock's career on screen.
Really? Yeah.
I have always said Chris Rock never looks comfortable on screen to me.
Never.
This is the most comfortable I've ever seen Chris Rock on screen.
Okay.
I think it's early.
It is.
So he's not Chris Rock post Bring the Pain.
That's still 3 years.
Important comedian.
Exactly.
So, and I don't mean this as a backhanded insult. I literally mean what I'm about to say. He doesn't take himself as seriously as I think he starts to take himself after Bring the Pain, and now we're speaking of him in the same breath as Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle, and he has this kind of, I have to be out front.
Yes.
I think he is egoless in his performance physically, and made me laugh. Finally, much like Khandi Alexander, that damn Charlie Murphy, who plays the actual Gusto, is almost bigger than the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he's on screen, gravity shifts towards him.
Yep.
So that all of these pieces, and everyone I just say, you know, a scene here, a scene there, the movie's only an hour and a half.
Yes.
I realized that as the scenes accumulated and as time was running out, I ended up liking it. I liked CB4.
But there you go. There you go. I mean, I landed on liking the movie too, right? Just cut to the chase. I did. I don't agree. I agree with a great deal of what you said. First of all, in regards to Phil Hartman, rest in peace, and Chris Elliott. Phil Hartman, like this was the really, I think, like we are in the midst of prime Phil Hartman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's on. I think he's on Saturday Night Live at this time, or if he's not, he's about to be.
Mm-hmm.
And he is just showing up in everyone's movies, and regardless of the role that he is cast in, the second he is on screen, you recognize who he's supposed to be. Like the second he's on the screen, he is, oh, that's Phil Hartman, but he's also some wily politician, and you can see it in his stance and his whole physicality and the whole thing, and it's perfect to see, and it's always nice to return to the magic that is Phil Hartman. Chris Elliott, I will say, who is a legacy comedy star. A lot of people don't know about his father, Bob Elliott, of the legendary comedy team Bob and Ray, is, I have said forever, one of the still underappreciated, and I still consider him undiscovered treasures of comedy.
I agree.
I think he is never not funny.
Mm-hmm.
He may not be in the best things all the time, but he's never not funny. And in here, he is very much the straight man in this movie.
I know.
But he is still locked down funny. Like, honestly, as much as I'd land on liking the film, I loved the beginning of the film when it is all about the documentary that he shot,
Yes.
which is probably the piece that is more in line with This Is Spinal Tap anywhere in this movie, and it's pitch perfect as far as it's, you know, in being in that spirit. But his whole fawning over CB4 and then being in the car, it's like, oh my God, we're on a drive-by, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like, he was so pitch perfect. Those were my favorite scenes in this movie. The overall cast, Art Evans, you know, we've joked about it before. We could do 6 Degrees of Art Evans if we wanted to. But watching him here, watching him in this movie reminded me of Jonathan Witherspoon in Friday.
That's right.
You
Me
know,
too. Yes.
He's funny, but he is a father. You know, and because even in his comedy, you still feel that gravitas when he does the monologue. While the movie hasn't necessarily earned the monologue, his performance has earned that monologue, and he pulls it off, and it's felt. It truly is. It's felt. And I'll come back to that. Yeah, it is felt. So appreciate him. You didn't mention, but I know you love this guy, Richard Gant, as Baba Ack.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, he's look, man. Look,
that was actually part of the satire that didn't hit for me.
It doesn't hit,
Yeah.
but I love seeing
see
him.
him.
Love
Yeah.
seeing him, man.
Yeah.
He is another guy who, like, you just wish somebody had used him more,
I
man, because he's
know.
just so good.
I
You
know.
He's just so good.
In the little bit that you get.
Right.
every now
You know what I'm
and then,
saying? Teresa Randall and Rachel True, it's nice to see them, but they basically are doing nothing in the movie, you know? So they're there. And Allen Payne, to your point about Allen Payne, I'm not the biggest Allen Payne fan. I do think he comes off well enough in this movie. I think the movie doesn't do him any favors because it doesn't know what it necessarily, before it latches on to that he's going to be this militant guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the movie knows where they want him to land.
Sure.
Because you see him in the black college gear and stuff, but then he's supposed to be a little bit more straight-laced, like Albert and everybody, and Deezer D, the other rap guy, but he doesn't really seem like that. He actually just seems like Allen Payne to me. So I don't think the movie does him any favor, but he is good. He is good. I think this is one of his better performances. Mm-hmm. I'll give him that credit. The movie lands on the shoulders of, and I believe equally, even though the screen time is not equal, but I think the movie lands on the shoulders equally of Chris Rock and Charlie Murphy, like you said. This movie is the coming out party for Charlie Murphy. Mm-hmm. And if Charlie Murphy, who at this time was probably more famously Eddie Murphy's big brother.
Oh yeah.
Security on the tour. This is when Charlie Murphy starts to develop his own identity. Mm-hmm. Because while he is playing the big bad in this movie, you still see the comedic chops of him. You see that his comedy, he can be foreboding, because he can definitely, because he's a larger man, so he can be foreboding, but he can also be funny. He can be physical. He can be just as physical as his brother. Mm-hmm. He can be just as verbally nimble as his brother as well. He doesn't have necessarily the charisma of his brother, but who does? Right. But he's not lacking for charisma. No. Because to your point, he damn near steals the movie. Mm-hmm. The rest of the movie is on the shoulders of Chris Rock. I respectfully disagree. I don't think Chris Rock is that comfortable here. I know you said this is maybe his most comfortable.
I was about to say he's never that comfortable, but
no, he's never that comfortable. Well, only that I don't think that this is the most comfortable I've seen him. I think honestly the most comfortable I've seen Chris Rock on film was in Top 5. But in this film, I think he is still, I think he's not really comfortable, but I think it's because he is the lead in this film. Mm-hmm. And he is asked to be physical. He's asked to be funny. There are some scenes, not a lot, but there are some scenes where he's asked to be maybe a little bit more sweet. There's some scenes where he's asked to be, be present in a scene with your other actor and giving them something. To that point, I take you back to Art Evans' dialogue. Mm-hmm. Great dialogue. Chris Rock, while not having anything to say, is not giving him anything even physically in that scene off which to work off of. Mm-hmm. Juxtaposed to Jonathan Witherspoon in those scenes in Friday, where Ice Cube, in many of those scenes where he's not saying anything, you still feel him being present in the scene, mm-hmm. listening. And I can almost see Chris Rock sometimes like counting the script, mm-hmm. And there are moments where Chris Rock, and maybe this again is his immaturity as an actor, is looking off screen, even looking into the camera and things of that nature. And it's not often, but it was often enough that I caught it, mm-hmm. and it was distracting for me. And it doesn't hurt. I mean, it doesn't help him that Charlie Murphy, like you said, is sucking up all the energy in those other scenes, and in the scenes where it is with the crew, CB4. Chris Rock has most of the lines, but Allen Payne, one is Allen Payne, so your eye draws to him, and he is giving one of his better performances there. You know, so it doesn't help him there. And I think ultimately he is the weak link in the movie. I just think that I think he's the weak link in the movie. I also think in looking in the writing, because he has a hand in writing this movie, along with Nelson George and Robert Locash, which the city of Locash is named after. And I see in that I see warring perspectives in the script, and I think that's to your point where this kind of comes off almost like a full-blown Saturday Night Live skit, you know, with maybe interstitial scenes thrown in there. Shout out to an uncredited but very funny Tommy Davidson that shows up in the movie. I feel that I don't know who wrote what part, but seeing Chris Rock's filmography and his work in the years since, and knowing where Nelson George is going as a writer, I don't know much about Robert Locash, but so knowing those two, I feel that the moments when the movie tries to take a bite at something, you know, maybe be a little bit more satirical. Case in point, the whole opening scene, like I said, with Chris Elliott and what he filmed. I want to believe that that's Nelson George. So
that's probably Nelson George
blending that. And
who, you know, is a longtime music journalist.
Exactly.
So he's actually seen things,
and he knows the things that he wants to kind of like, you know, poke fun at, you know. Whereas Chris Rock, I feel like a lot of the surface level jokes sound like Chris Rock, because they sound like Chris Rock, the comedian at this time. Like you said, he hasn't evolved to bring the pain Chris Rock. Right. You know, his whole way of joke writing hasn't evolved at this point. So I hear that war. Yeah. And I think,
a good point.
And I think that is what lets down the movie story wise. Yeah. But it's the acting and the things that it is making fun of that kind of land you on, okay, it's fun. Like you said, you look at it as, all right, it's fun. Like, I actually thought it was a cute bit, local, but when Charlie Murphy is chasing him and he says, well, I know how to get away from him, he goes on a crowded expressway. I thought that, all right, that's not a bad joke. Right. I dug that, because Charlie Murphy's like, no, I ain't going there. Right. You know what I mean?
You haven't even mentioned your girl yet.
Because I love Khandi Alexander. I have loved Khandi Alexander, and I know I saw her first in this because I saw this when this came out. And I probably have seen her in other films, other work. But I actually, the first time she really registered to me is when she shows up in News Radio. Okay. And in News Radio, where she was woefully underused.
I always forget she's on there because I wasn't a big News Radio guy. So
fair. And like I said, she was woefully underused on that TV show. But I just always remember her on News Radio as, well, that's a good looking woman. Why are they giving her anything more to do? You know what I mean? But then she went from there, and she went to she's on The Corner.
I was going to say probably The Corner.
On The Corner.
When she really became.
And that's when I was like,
Khandi Alexander, the actress.
Now, this is where she belongs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But returning to CB4. Yes. I knew Khandi Alexander, the actor, but I always saw her from news radios. Like this look at what she dressed nice in these skirts. Wonder what she, I think she's fine. Oh, she's fine.
Yeah.
There's a scene in this movie, even though I know it is not Khandi Alexander, but there's a scene in this movie because she comes on to everybody in the movie.
Yeah.
And there's a great scene where it cuts between her having sex with Dead Mike,
yes,
and having sex with MC Gusto.
Yes.
And there's a nude scene with Sissy, her character. I'm almost 100% certain it's a body double.
Sure.
Because it's her naked breast, and Khandi Alexander is not nude at all in the movie, but she is in underwear in the movie. And she is holding her breast in front of Dead Mike, and he is just taking it in. And then it cuts to MC Gusto, and she's holding her breast in front of Chris Rock's MC Gusto, and he's sitting there. He just starts drooling a gallon of water. And that was me.
Yeah.
When I saw her on news radio, and when I saw her do the world's greatest split.
So you weren't aware of Khandi Alexander, the dancer?
I was not. I was not.
Oh,
I
yeah.
am now, sir.
Oh, yeah.
I am now, sir. The Mission has brought so much life to me.
Yeah.
Because now I know Bear Riff Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
And I know CB4 Khandi Alexander.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Mission. Thank you.
Yeah.
So for that and the cast and the fun that they make of, this kind of like Frankenstein of a script, I landed on liking CB4 just like you.
Yeah. I just to add to your Chris Rock, I think I like Chris Rock in top 5, but I ultimately think he is miscast. I think Chris Rock as a leading man, like in top 5, and we said it. It's like he's playing dress up in an Eddie Murphy role. And I think so much of Chris Rock's work, I'm thinking about him in top 5, obviously. I liked him in that season of Fargo.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
That he's in, but it's the same thing where he's doing okay, but I always just feel like the role is bigger than him. But because he's Chris Rock, this is the kind of role that he has to be in. Like again,
if you got him, this is where you're gonna
put him.
Right,
like he has this stature, this deserved stature. Like he's earned this. But Chris Rock, the actor, just cannot fill that role.
Yeah, see, and that's where I push back on you. He hasn't earned to be put in those roles as an actor.
He hasn't. You're right. He has not. You're 100% right. He has not earned that stature as an actor.
Right.
And one thing I will give Dave Chappelle doesn't act that often.
Nope.
Once again, everybody is chasing Eddie Murphy. And Eddie Murphy, it just has this freakish star quality that he can do all these different things. That scene that you're talking about, where it is this back and forth between Dead Mike and MC Gusto, and Dead Mike looks like Allen Payne. So the love scenes are played more straight.
Yes.
And then MC Gusto is the funny one. I like that Chris Rock, at this point in his career, can still set himself up as the butt of the joke.
Okay, yeah.
There's a wonderful scene at the end.
I was going to think of
where Chris Rock dresses up in lingerie as Sissy, that I thought was played pretty well.
I will say that. Yes.
Like they play they have a pretty straightforward really progressively non-homophobic gay joke.
I will say that. You're right.
That I think there's a moment in Chris Rock's career, and it really is Bring the Pain, where Chris Rock is not Chris Rock in Boomerang. You know, I ain't been this sad since the Fat Boys grew up. They actually named, they referenced 2 of these early crit where he plays Pookie in New Jack City, and he plays the crackhead in I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Yeah.
Where it was just really pleasant to see Chris Rock egoless.
I hear you.
In the role.
That's fair.
Look, I agree with you. He gets eaten up in the, but you know, he's acting opposite Art Evans. He's acting opposite Khandi Alexander. He's acting opposite Charlie Murphy. And today, he's not that kind of actor.
Right.
So, you know, at this moment, not at all. But look, I remember really being dismissive of this movie. And again, just to sort of...
In real time,
and just to sort of end where I started, I don't think it was fair to this movie because I was comparing it to a movie that it wasn't trying to be.
Right. Because it really is not a mockumentary.
Right. Like you said, the mockumentary part is over in literally 10 minutes. And then you get the rest of the movie, which structurally, I had forgotten that.
I know.
I thought it was much more of that. So again, I was like, well, again, you can't be mad at an apple that it's not an orange.
That's right.
So
would you recommend CB4?
You know what? I think I would. I think I would. I think at an hour and a half, it's not a heavy lift.
No.
And again, I think there is a preponderance of good performances that hold you.
Yeah.
And then you have these 2 standout performances with Khandi Alexander and Charlie Murphy. So that, yeah, I think I would.
Yeah, I think I would too. I think it still is fun. It's a fun movie to have fun with, to return to those days of hip hop, you know, because it is in many ways still a celebration of that. It was funny for me because the movie in the beginning, as it opens up, it basically just opens up on this almost like collage of like hip hop ephemera, you know? And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You
and it's so loving.
It's so loving.
Yeah.
But I was struck that, you know, like, this is 1993, so it's not the early days of hip hop, but hip hop is still very much it's not a teenager yet. I don't think. And yet, in looking at their ephemera, you still had the glasses of Curtis Blow, Run DMC, and MC Hammer.
Yeah,
you know, I was like, wow, you know, and then of course I saw this loving Adidas Run DMC shirt that I had. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my God, I want that Run DMC shirt again. So, yeah, I think it works a little bit as a time capsule as well. And it is fun. And to look back on shit, now that you think about it, to look once again at work of Phil Hartman and Charlie Murphy. I just realized that both of them are no longer with us.
Yeah.
So, and this is probably like the start of the Charlie Murphy experience. So for that alone, it's worth definitely revisiting.
Yeah. Just to addendum to your hip hop time capsule, you know, it's not that sharp in the satire or critique because you get these wonderful cameos.
I know
at the beginning, like for all that we're making fun of NWA, both Ice Cube and Eazy-E are in here.
I know.
We get a split second of our favorite funny Halle Berry.
I know, right?
You know, it's like one moment, but she's being funny.
I know, and looking the same as she does now.
Look, man,
she's a vampire, man.
I know,
she's a vampire. And look at Shaquille O'Neal with a beeper,
looking like a child.
I know, man. I know. It was so.
You know, Ice-T gets a little moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's so weird that Flavor Flav is the one who figures it out immediately that they're fake.
I know. Yes. I did think
I
that
was like, that's an interesting choice.
I thought that was cool, but back to Ice-T.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Ice-T was like, you know, like I was the hardcore guy.
Right.
Now what am I gonna do? I can't dance.
Right.
I was like, yo, Ice-T, low key. I love that dude, man.
Look,
you talk about a dude that seemingly never took himself too serious.
Look, speaking of Charlie Murphy, one of my absolute favorite Ice-T things is his part in the Haters Ball skit on Dave Chappelle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, we gotta get out of here.
All right.
Because now I may go fire up my Dave Chappelle
DVD. So yeah, CB4.
See it again. If you've seen it, trust me.
Right.
It's worth. You know what? And this is a movie that is worth seeing with a group. Having a good time with it.
Oh yeah.
It's having to get the guys together, the girls, and have a ball. CB4.
Don't think of this as Spinal Tap. Think of Wayne's World.
There you go. That's a good one. All right. Before we tell you what we're going to be reviewing next week here for Black Music Month here on the Micheaux Mission, I invite you to follow the Micheaux Mission. 2 men, 1 podcast, every black film ever made. You can go to micheauxmission.com and check out all of the things that we have going on there. You can find us on all the social media at Micheaux Mission. You can find our podcast on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you find podcasts. You can look up The Micheaux Mission, MICHEAUX MISSION, and find us, like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell, give us a 5-star rating, give us a review. We really appreciate it because
we do.
All of that helps people find our show. And if you truly would like to help us and you have the means to do so, then for $5, you can join us on Patreon, where you can gain access to 3 monthly exclusive podcasts by Vincent and I and our good friend Ariel Johnson. And that goes a long way to helping us on all of the initiatives and that we have going on here at Mission Control. The Micheaux Mission is also a proud member of the Believe podcast network. Believe, BLEAV. Every sport, every topic, everywhere. Go to Believe.com and check out their huge family of podcasts and tell them that the Micheaux Mission sent you. All right. Next week here on the Micheaux Mission, it is my turn.
It is your turn.
And I am going to bring to the mission a film that I have only seen clips of.
Okay.
Never saw.
All right.
Always wanted to see.
Okay.
And now's the time to do it.
All right.
And this is a film that stars one Viola Davis, Chadwick Boseman, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Next week here on the Micheaux Mission. Until then, he's Vincent, I'm Len, and in parting we say,
we'll see you when it's time to meet again.